Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are doing well. We were doing forms of business organizations. We have already done sole proprietorship, Hindu undivided family business, and partnership. Today, we are going to start with cooperative societies. What is cooperative society? The word cooperative means here working together and with others for a common purpose. What happens in cooperative society? Minimum 10 people are required, and these 10 people, they can make a cooperative and they will help each other. Minimum members are 10, maximum there is no limit. For example, farmers cooperative society. Now farmers, they can make a cooperative society in which only farmers can be members, and these members, they will help each other. They don't help society directly, but they help the members. Like for example, in corporate farmers cooperative, farmers can buy seeds at the cheaper rates by eliminating middlemen. They can buy other fertilizers, manures, and they can train each other. So basically, if you are a farmer and you are member of this farmers cooperative, you will be getting benefit whatever they are providing to the members. Cooperative society is a compulsory required to be registered under the Cooperative Society Act 1912. The purpose of setting up a cooperative society is simple enough, and at the most what is required is the consent of at least 10 adult persons to form a society. So maximum there is no limit, minimum there should be 10 adult people. The capital of a society is raised from its members through issue of shares. They can invest, the members, those who are cooperative societies member, they can invest, they can give some money. The society acquires a distinct legal identity after its registration. Means whatever act one of the member is doing is not affecting others. Features of cooperatives. I just want to make you understand that these cooperatives, their purpose is to serve the members. They help each other. First feature is voluntary membership. Voluntary membership means that no one can force you to be the member. You are free to join the cooperative society if you want to. If you want to quit the society, then also it is completely up to you. Number 2, legal status. It is compulsory for a cooperative society to get itself registered under the Act. Otherwise, we cannot form a cooperative. Another feature is limited liability. The members of cooperative society, their liability is limited to the extent whatever capital they have contributed. Means their personal properties cannot be sold to pay the debts of the cooperative society. Number 4 is control. So whatever decision making is done for the cooperative society is done by the elected managing committee. So every member has right to vote, and they have chance to choose the members who will constitute the managing committee, and this led to cooperative society a democratic character. Then 5th is service motive. Cooperative society's basic purpose is to serve the members, so that the members can get the facilities at the cheaper rates, and indirectly they are helping the society also. Merits of cooperative society. Number 1 is equality in voting status. In every cooperative society, every member has right to vote. So indirectly every member is participating in the decision making of cooperative society. Number 2 is limited liability. Liability of the members of cooperative society is limited to the capital they have contributed. Means their personal assets or personal properties cannot be sold to repay the business debts. Number 3 is stable existence. Members may come, members may go. Means maybe some members, they are going for some reasons, maybe death, bankruptcy, anything happens to a member. This will not affect the membership, and this will not affect the existence of the society. So cooperative society will not die like we have done in sole tradership. If a sole trader is dying, the business will also die, but it is not like this here. Existence of cooperative society will be stable. Economy in operations means whatever activities are done in the cooperative society, they are cheaper. Why? Because all the members generally they offer their services honorary, means without charging anything, and whatever products you are buying, you are eliminating middleman between that. So in this way there is economy in operation. Whatever work is done will reduce the cost of the cooperative society, so everything is cheaper here. Number 5 is support from government. Government also support because there are low taxes and they give you subsidies also. Subsidy means that you are getting something at the lesser rate. For example, you are buying land on subsidy, means you have to pay less to buy that land. And electricity subsidy means that you have to pay less bill of electricity. So such type of helps are provided by government. Even loans are also provided on the low interest rates. Number 6 is easy of formation. You just have to get yourself registered under the Cooperative Society Act 1912 if the government is satisfied, and there are minimum 10 adult members, and you have to follow some legal formalities and you can form cooperative society. Limitations of cooperative society. Number 1 is limited resources. Now the resources are limited because members are also limited. When we will do joint stock company, then you can say there are 1000 lakhs crores of members, but here the members are limited, and the rate of dividend is also low. Dividend means the return whichever you are getting, income from the business. So dividend basically is you have contributed something to the business, capital you have given, and in return whatever you are getting is a dividend as a shareholder. So returns are also less here, so it attracts less membership, so less people gets into it. Number 2 is inefficiency in management. So we have people, normal people. For example, I talked about farmers cooperative. So all the farmers, they are not very good in managing the things. So we don't have any professionally equipped handle management. We don't have any technically expert people in our cooperative society, so that's why management is also inefficient. Lack of secrecy, because everything you have to disclose to everyone, to all the members, and members are also more. So it is not like in sole trader we can say that information is only with the sole trader, but here you have to share the information. So there is no secrecy in this such type of business. Another limitation is that because government helps in the making of cooperative society, they provide you fund, subsidy, but limitation is that they interfere also. They can anytime come and check your accounts, and they can tell you how to work. Maybe they can interfere in the departments, and they can also give you less freedom. So basically government has control on this cooperative, and you have to obey whatever rules are made by government. Number 5, difference in opinions. So maybe there are internal quarrels, maybe they fight, conflicts in the members because opinion of the members may be different. In cooperative society, you just have to do this much, whatever we have done in this lecture, and no need to do types of cooperative societies. You should just know the examples. Like for example, if I ask give examples of cooperative society, then you can answer producers cooperative, consumers cooperative, marketing cooperative, farmers cooperative. So only 2-3 examples you should know, and your homework is to revise this topic, okay, because your UTs are coming, so revise this properly. And thank you, have a nice day.